Hello, this is Aougus, not here with Fire Eater because he doesn't have this game yet. But I'm here to show you Star Citizen. Star Citizen is one of the most anticipated games of all time, the only other one being Destiny. Now, the game is all about ships as of yet. There's only the hangar module and the dogfighting module, but there's going to be much more, an open universe, and it's going to be player-driven. So, everything a player does, every little thing makes a tiny difference. Now, I'm in the hangar module, and it's sadly the only thing I have right now. I don't actually have the dogfighting module, but even if I did, I'd only be able to fly that ship, because there's only 3 kinds of ships able to be flown in it. This, on the other hand, cannot be flown in it. But it will be added soon. And when they do add it, I'm probably going to get the dogfighting module and do a video on it. But that's for a later date. For now, let's just show you I'll probably show you the control scheme. WASD, move. Look is mouse. Jump is space. Space. There we go. Shift is running. C is crouch. Insert is third person. You hold G to pan around. But if you're inside a ship, it's a page up to pan around the ship. Tab is used, and so yeah, that's another key, as well as insert, that YouTubers have to look out for. End is a key you can use if you're a YouTuber to start recording and stop recording. That can be useful. So this is my Avenger from Aegis Dynamics. Now, normally this is actually pronounced Aegis Dynamics, but in-game it's pronounced Aegis. So now, the Avenger is a fast ship. It's one of the fastest. And it was actually originally, in flavor, it's a old police cruiser that's being retired and sold to civilians, because there's a new, faster, better model out. It looks the same, but it's different. So, before, there used to be a ladder here, and you used to be able to get inside, but now, you get inside the ship by going around the back and using it. The use key is F. It's not U, as some people might think. And inside, for a ship this size and that big of an engine, that massive engine right there, this is actually quite a lot of cargo space. And these are cryopods. You can probably guess what those are used for, because it was an old retired police cruiser. So we can open these. You can't actually get in them, but it's nice. You can actually, in-game, you're supposed to be able to take these out, but as of yet, you can't. There's another door here. You use that. You get pushed around. That's a sad thing about these 2 doors in here. But, they take you in. Now, before, they had a recent update that changed this space. Before, it was just a wall that ended. It was this little walkway and this bed here. But then they opened that up. So that's nice. More cargo space. Now, this bed also used to not open. This control panel here used to be where that is. But now, we can use that. And we can get in it. It's fairly nice. I have, on the other hand, noticed a design flaw with the bed. There's this screen down here where your feet are. They either need to move that screen to the other side, over here, or switch you around so your head rests here. And besides, there's another panel over here, which I assume is another, like this one, to open and close the bed. But if we go over here, and we open this door, we go into the cockpit. Now, before, the control sticks were actually kind of buggy. This hand used to be on the inside, so when you did this, you would be actually backhanding the control stick. But you can go forward, backward, left, right. Now, I'm not sure if this is intended, but if you press the D key, which is right in normal moving, the sticks go left. And it's the other way for the A key, which is left, the sticks go right. I'm not sure if that's intended, but you have our info panels here. And you have a really nice bubble cockpit. The only thing that blocks view is this down here, and you're actually looking way down when you're like this. So this is what your view is going to be like. Or maybe like this when you're dogfighting. Maybe this, I'm not sure. They may have to change the info panels. But for now, this is what it's like. And it's used to get out of a seat. So that's the Avenger. I quite like it. It has its bugs. Like if you get too close to this door, you end up outside and you entering again. And if you go forward and shift, your head gets stuck like this. Oh, I never noticed those buttons up there before. Then you can just kind of pop out of the ship like that. But so yeah. Now, you may have noticed over in the corner here, there's another space for a ship, but there's no ship. This is actually the firing range. They added this a little bit more recent. Not as recent as some of the changes to the Avenger, but pretty recent. So with the turret, you can actually use, and the seat goes down. But you have to use it again to get into it. And it takes you up. And these guns do actually fire. So this gun doesn't do, well, it's kind of the in-between, I guess, of the guns I've tested. Now, it doesn't do as much damage as some of the others. It actually runs out of energy a little quickly, which is what you see when it slows down. It charges up, and then when it fires, it can. When it can fire, it fires. Like this. But it is pretty fast firing. So, you can get out of that. Now over here is the hollow table. As you can see. And if you use it, this pops up. Now as you can see, I need to get a little closer. Use tab for this too. I can move the Avenger in here. Now I can see it. I can also move the Origin over here, and I can see it. Now you see, some of these points are shaded. That's because I can tamper with them in this. Now sadly, the Avenger doesn't actually have any support for this, so it looks like this. But I can mess around with the Origin and the turret. So you can see, if I go to weapons, I can actually take this off and move it over. And I can do that with the Origin as well. Let's take the nose gun off of this thing. So what I can do is I go back to the turret. I can take this, and it's on the turret. This is the most fast firing gun I've tested with, and it doesn't run out of energy at all. I don't think. I haven't fired long enough to know. But it doesn't do as much damage. Now, the HUD at first might be a little confusing. Now, the circle and dot in the middle is obviously where the center of the screen is and where you're aiming. But that line appears. Now, what that line is where the gun is actually pointing. But if I go far enough up, it becomes dotted, and that means where the point is aiming is farther off, like that. But if it's gone, it's pointing where the ridicule is pointing. Almost. Now, I don't think there's bullet drop, but what I think is, well, this is using the CryEngine 3, this game does. So what I think is, for bullets, they've actually used actual bullets and they've just reskinned them, which is why you get this drop. So, now you may have noticed that there are missile racks on the Origin. Sadly, you can't actually put them on the turret. I'm sorry. I've actually tried, but you can't. I'll just show you. But this here, it doesn't like to. Now there's another weapon on the Origin on its wing mount. We can put that on the turret. It is the most damaging gun that the Origin has, but it doesn't have much energy, doesn't recharge as much energy, and doesn't fire fast at all. As a trade-off, it does do quite a lot of damage. So, when you're in Star Citizen, there is going to be no best thing. The whole point of it is to be balanced. That's one of the points in a open-driven universe. There is no best thing. So everything is going to be balanced, for the most part. I mean, obviously a fighter can't take down a giant station with just its main guns. That would be ridiculous. But, on the other side, you saw that box. But over here, there's this stuff. There's another hollow table for the Origin. But there's these things. The shelving unit, which I don't know what it's for yet. There's this wardrobe thing. You're supposed to be able to use it and change into what that guy is wearing. But for some reason, I can't use it. I don't actually know why, but I'd like that gun. This is the trophy case. There's not much to it as of yet. There's only, I think, one trophy you can earn for it, and that's if you buy the game early. So I guess that concludes Star Citizen. If I get the dogfighting module Arena Commander, it's going to be when this can fly in it, and that will mean I won't have the Origin anymore. But really, I think that's the only video I'm going to be doing other on Star Citizen, because once again, it's very expensive, and I don't know anyone in the game who will gift stuff to me. Well, I don't know anyone in the game, but most of all, I don't know anyone who will gift stuff to me. So, unless I get gifts, I'm not gonna spend more money than $5 for the Arena Commander, which comes with alpha access for later stuff. So say I get Arena Commander, and eventually Arena Commander will be released to the beta audience. Then I don't have Arena Commander as my alpha thing anymore. So once they release the Planet Side module, which I think is the next one they're doing, I will have access to it. I think that's what it is. So I'll be doing more videos, but I don't think I'll be doing more ship videos. That's why I wanted to do the Origin. This time that's probably going to be the only one that's I'm ever going to do for it. But other than that, I guess it's time to say I'm Aougus, signing out.